What is up, my peeps? It is DJ here, and I got a basic tutorial and review of the new MW3 game mode Infected. It's pretty fun and it can be annoying, so let's go through it. Here I am on the hard hat with the AA-12 against people with a knife. The basic premise of this game is everyone starts out on the same team. There's 12 to 18, and like you just seen there, there's a countdown. In the first 8 seconds of a match starting, it randomly picks one of you 18 people and makes you infected. So basically all the survivors are the guys with guns, and you run around with a select gun. This is the AA-12 against knifing, and as soon as there's an infected, what he has to do is run around and try and stab somebody. He has no bullets, he only has a knife, sometimes a throwing knife, and this one just a knife. So yeah, as he stabs someone else, they become infected too, and so on and so forth, and they just build. Usually the infected win, but to win as a survivor, you have to just run the timeout and not get killed. It's very hard. The first couple days that I played, they keep changing the game. Like before I played, I guess they had throwing knives, and then this day I started playing, they took them all out. So I don't know if they're going to change it again, but I gotta say, I am loving it more with throwing knives. While they can be annoying, there was a few maps like Dome and Arcaden where people would get, like in Arcaden and Burgertown, they'd all just hide there, and literally I would see 3 MOABs in one game. And I myself, I got a couple of MOABs that day, one using that tactic and one just running around. Sitting in places like that to me was boring, and I got infected more often than not because I got bored and would, because I like to do this. I think the game was built to do this run and gunny, stay moving type thing, not sit in a corner and let them come at you. Now, I'll give it when you are like the last guy or the last third. It's fun as hell having 12 guys run at you not constantly until you die. I mean, it can be some of a zombie rush. I mean, it's not exhilarating, but it's just trying to get them all as they're coming at you in a swarm is pretty fun. Okay, here we are in Arcaden with the really stinky ass. That's what I call it, because it's not my choice of sniper rifles. I'm a one-shot type guy, and this is definitely not a one-shot sniper rifle. While it's very precise, it's just not my thing. So yeah, on Arcaden, usually the people were staying in Burgertown, but now with this one, they have throwing knives. So that really wasn't an option anymore because people would just get throwing knife, pinned back in the corner. This spot out here by A-Flag out on this edge became the more favorite spot since there are throwing knives, because it's kind of hard to arch them up there and get a kill. But you can hear them flying all around me. I do pretty well. I fend them off for a minute, but I eventually get taken down. Anyway, so yeah, that's the gist of this game. It's basically, I think in MW2 there were a bunch of kids like modding and calling it, I think it was Michael Meyers. I think I played it once or anything, but I'm pretty sure it's the same premise as Michael Meyers, except for you get, a couple options as far as what guns to use and stuff like that. So that's really cool. The first day I played, like, all you had was Striker. And Striker, and I was like, I got really tired of it, but then all of a sudden everyone got kicked offline. They brought the throwing knives back, or they updated the playlist. Now you get like the RSASS, the PP90 can be fun. The AA-12 is fun, although the one thing I noticed, they always give you a lot of bullets in all the guns except the AA-12. You get like 8 bullets, and you know how fast that shoots. Throwing knife, get screwed. Infected. Anyway, so yeah, those were a couple of clips where I was running around and shooting. This is one where I either was the first infected or the first one shot. So I'm going to give you a couple little knifing tips on what to do as an infected, because you'll see these spots where they're just hiding, and it's crazy. So yeah, you got to use your cover. You kind of got to juke and jive people like this. See how they see me, but I went over and I at least got one of them. So I mean, you gotta work around, use your atmosphere, I guess. I don't know, the buildings and stuff. Use doorways, juke people, jive people, strafe, all that stuff, and use your tack inserts. I mean, I'm not used to tack inserts, but they really help in this mode, because once you get to the people where they're sitting, say up on this ridge, they're sitting in places that you can't get to. If 10 of you get there and you're tack inserting and constantly rushing them, you're gonna get them. So yeah, and there's another tip. Use your tack insert to know where people are, because if you hear them take it like you did that guy a second ago, you knew that the guy was running up there. And another tip here, like I said, use your cover. And the best tip of all for times like this is wait till they're reloading. That's the best thing I can tell you when you're trying to rush someone. Use your tac insert and wait for them to reload. It's a team-based game. Well, actually, it's not a team-based game, but if you did get a team, you could probably do really well in this if you just watched each other's backs. So yeah, that was a good tutorial vid on Infected. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I recommend you guys going out and trying it. I do hope they bring out more modes like this. This was like they started doing this in MW2 as like a mod lobby, and now it's a full-on playlist game mode. And personally, I like it. Next, I think what they need to do is just make lobbies with specific guns, kind of like back in GoldenEye. You know, SMGs only, or God forbid, explosives only, or pistols only. I want to see that. All right, guys, this has been Deej and my Infected game review. Later, dudes.